Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now. Ade Oladipo, brought to you by Undisputed.
Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Alright, a couple of quick things before we get into the vid. Ade Gman episode 22 is up now. Please go and give it a watch if you haven't already done so. I'll put the link up here somewhere. A very good episode as well, I would say that. We didn't get to do the Q&A, but I'm going to do it myself tomorrow being Sunday. So you still have time to get your questions in. Just go to the community tab and there will be a post there about the Q&A. You can get your questions in beneath the post. And finally, the look back. We filmed the look back yesterday, episode 3. We did Usyk AJ 2. Remember that fight in Saudi Arabia? It's crazy. I actually haven't watched that fight back since the fight. And I forgot how good AJ looked in that fight. I remember interviewing AJ and I spoke about that performance and he said that performance was whack. Certainly wasn't whack. Honestly, if that AJ... that full Usyk then could come back, AJ is a problem for every heavyweight. That AJ there, 242 pounds. And you know what I was thinking as well? And I said this on the look back, so you guys will see it. I'm probably going to get the look back out definitely Monday, but I'm going to try and get it out tomorrow. I wish AJ stayed with Robert Garcia. I really do. I thought that was the best link up, and it's a shame that was only one and done. But yeah, that will be out tomorrow. All right, let's get into this video and see what there is to talk about today. Christian Embily blows out Selecki to set up bigger business. Yeah, I just watched it on YouTube. Brian Norman definitely has the KO of the year, but this is the second, for me, the second KO of the year. The way in which he sets that right uppercut, bang. Honestly, that's a really, really statement performance. I know some of you might say, yeah, but Selecki's done. Not really. I know Selecki got stopped by Pacheco, which was in the 6th round. But he had a fight after against Akhmedov. You guys might remember Akhmedov for Rosado back in 2022. Akhmedov is no slouch, is what I'm getting at here. So Selecki wasn't done based off the fact that he beat Akhmedov. Selecki was very much a gatekeeper in the division. And if he was a gatekeeper, Embily just knocked through those gates, because that's a statement performance. And hopefully he does get a bigger fight. There has been a lot of talk about him being on the Canelo Crawford undercard. I just don't know what promoter or manager is going to put their talents up against him, because he's a force. I think his record is something like, it's 29 fights, obviously 29 wins. But I think it's like 24 or 25 KOs. That's frightening. Regardless of the level you're fighting, if you're just sleeping people, that brings a fear to the ring. Your opponent's going to be fearful. Your opponent's always going to be fearful of what's coming at them. So, yeah, he's a bit of a problem in the 168-pound division. Obviously, look, I know some people will be saying, okay, him versus Pacheco. I don't know if Eddie's going to do that. Unless Turkey's sort of paying crazy money for the undercard, which I don't think they're doing, then I'm not sure we are going to get that fight. But that's really the fight we want to see. Did you guys, by the way, see the payouts? I'm going to try and find it and put it on the screen. The payouts for this Julio Cesar Chavez Jake Paul fight. I don't know how accurate they are, because they had Chavez making more than Jake Paul, which I highly doubt. But one thing that did bounce off the screen for me was Zerdo's payout. Zerdo's payout, if I remember correctly, was something like 1.4, 1.5 million. And look, go and get the money, right? If the money's out there, go and get it. But I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money for Zerdo, or at least I thought it was anyway. Which makes me wonder what he's going to want for Opetaya. I mean, look, I'm not looking past Junior Dorticus. Dorticus is a very good fighter, but I mean, if you're getting that much to fight Dorticus, what are you going to want to fight Opetaya? And that might be the reason that fight hasn't happened already. That might be the reason that both of those guys, even though we thought they were on a collision course after Zerdo beat Chris Benham-Smith, maybe that's the reason you're going elsewhere. If you're getting that kind of money not to fight Opetaya, you ain't fighting Opetaya. You're not fighting Opetaya. Deontay Wilder takes apart TYRELL Herndon. All right, let's get into this. I don't know about takes apart. When you read it like that, it makes it sound like some sort of magical performance. It wasn't that. But look, he got the job done, 7th round stoppage, and he moves on to the next. We'll discuss what next a bit later in this video. I don't know how to dissect that performance. I've been umming and ahhing as to what to say about Wilder in this video. On the one hand, I'm trying to give him the respect I can, because the last 12 months have been very, very difficult for Deontay Wilder. He's had shoulder surgery. He's clearly going through something in his personal life. He's switched trainers and he's coming off a vicious knockout, right? And he's questioning everything about himself. He's 39 right now, right? So I'm trying to think, okay, considering all that baggage, it was a good performance. That's the best thing that I can say about Wilder. Considering all those things, again, shoulder surgery, new trainer, coming off a knockout, his personal life is there for everyone to see what's going on. I don't know where he is mentally. So it's a lot. It's a lot. So on the one hand, considering all those things I've just said, it wasn't the worst performance. I know some people shit on the performance, and I get it. I didn't think he was good, but I'm trying to sort of chuck all those things into the equation as well. On the other hand, it's not there anymore. It's not, is it? It's not there anymore. You can be sympathetic. You can be a Wilder fan. You can say, oh, look, but he got the job done. You can say all those things. But I'm not judging Wilder from where Wilder is now. I'm judging Wilder against the other top guys and where Wilder was 6-7 years ago. So I'm judging Wilder on that Wilder and who he's likely to fight next. And it ain't there anymore. It ain't. He looked a bit bigger. He did at times look stronger. I thought his jab was a bit better, although it's still not a great jab, but I thought his body jab was a bit better to help him set up that big overhand right. He was a lot more aggressive. That's the one thing that maybe he lacked against Jili Zhang and Joseph Parker, that aggression. But I mean, he was aggressive because he knew that he was fighting someone that wasn't going to throw much back. He's still very wild with his punches. Like sometimes I'm like, Wilder's been boxing for over 20 years. How? Like, you know, a lot of people like say he should have stayed with Mark Breland, and everyone kind of credits Mark Breland with Wilder's success, and maybe so. Although Wilder, for the first 35 fights of his career, was fighting nobodies, right? Nobodies, and his power was getting through. Getting him through those fights. But I'm like, how have they just not worked on fundamentals of Wilder? Like slip and jab, like left hook. Like his left hook should be way better. The way in which he disguises his right hand should be way better. Like Wilder's got away with that right hand landing because it was so fast. Because Wilder was clearly an undersized heavyweight, and he was just whipping that right hand. But the way in which, like, I see it coming. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to throw it. I'm seeing it. I'm watching it. Very much like Chisora. Like, it's coming from there. I'm like, how comes he's not just technically so much more better? Like, even his feet. Like, why are they not better? Like, honestly, it baffles me. That's why I don't give Malik Scott as much stick as people give Malik, because Malik has literally seen this. Obviously, Malik's a heavyweight. Malik's a former world title challenger. Malik knows. Malik's a good boxer. And Malik's tried to, and maybe it's to the detriment of Wilder, maybe, but Malik's tried to add some of these fundamentals in. Malik's probably gone to see him train one day and thought, the fuck is this? How comes you haven't fixed these things? Like he started boxing the same time AJ started boxing. I mean, AJ technically isn't the greatest, but AJ is so much far afield than Wilder. And I'm like, why? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I'm watching that performance, and the man, I was thinking, AJ would annihilate him. Like, let's be frank, people. I know some of you might think AJ wouldn't because of AJ's last performance against him, but AJ would annihilate him. Bukoli would send him to sleep. Like these are the matchups I'm thinking about. So again, I'm trying to just think of all the last 12 months, but Wilder's Wilder. Like you're not going to change Wilder. So for me, it ain't there. The power kind of looked like it was lacking a little bit as well, if I'm honest with you. He looked a bit heavy on top for his legs. Obviously, what we know, Wilder's got really slim legs. Even things like that. Like, you know, like they've already tried to slap some size on Wilder. Like they did it for the third Fury fight where he came in at 238 pounds. And they clearly just worked on his upper body and nothing on his... Like does he have a proper strength and conditioning coach? Like all these things, I'm not joking, all these things are playing on my mind when it comes to Wilder. Because you see Wilder do certain things and you're like, why does he just look a bit off balance? Why is everything just not fucking aligned and rigid? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I'm watching that. This might sound crazy to you guys. I'm watching that performance from Wilder. I'm thinking Dave Allen could knock him out. You know, like I was making a video about Dave Allen Wilder a few weeks back, or at least I spoke about it on a video. I was like, this is crazy. Like, what fucking Dave Allen Wilder. Now I'm like, Dave Allen could knock him out. So look, I know some are going to force him to stay active because AJ versus Wilder's a money fight and Chisora versus Wilder's a money fight and Bakoli versus Wilder's a money fight. Ain't always about money, man. He must have made hundreds of millions, Wilder, surely. Like, surely he's made so much money. I just don't think it's there anymore. I just don't think. And look, it's there if he's fighting guys that are sort of ranked outside the top 30, like TYRELL Herndon, sorry. It's there. Of course it's there if you're fighting those guys. But is it there against the top 15 guys? Like, Herndon was frightened to death. But we see, it's almost a bit like a bully being pushed back. You know, like when you fight a bully and all of a sudden, fucking me, the bully's frightened. Like, Zhili Zhang and Parker, they were bullying Wilder. And Wilder didn't know what to do because he's fighting on the back foot. And Wilder clearly is not really a good back foot fighter. So he's going to come up against guys now that are going to bully him. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Herndon was like, oh, this is just get me out of here type approach. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I personally don't think it's there anymore, but I know some of you are going to shoot me down and say, Ade, come on, man. And I get it. I get it. You're Wilder fans. I get it. I'm a Wilder fan. But no, not for me. Not for me. Tevin Farmer, Floyd, we'll end on this one. Very quick video. I've actually got Club World Cup to do in 2 hours. I've got to leave in 2 hours, sorry. Tevin Farmer, Floyd Schofield bout is a tell as old as time. Okay, so that's the young prospect versus the wily old veteran. I'm actually going for Farmer to get the job done, you know. I really am. I'm not sure about Floyd Schofield. He's had a weird year, hasn't he? He's had a strange year. Obviously, look, we're supposed to fight Shakur, pulled out of that. I don't know. But I like Tevin Farmer. Like, Tevin Farmer, like, went toe-to-toe and maybe beat Zepeda in the first fight. Like, Tevin Farmer, no scrub, man. No scrub. Yeah, he might be of an age where it's like winding down time. And his record books don't look good in terms of wins to losses in his last sort of 6 or 7 fights. But go and watch the fights. And it's a different thing. Don't just look at the fucking box rack and think, oh, loss, win, loss. Go and watch the losses and you realize that he's still very, very good. All right, anyway, girls, guys, we're done.
Champions are not born. They're forged. This is about turning the ordinary into undisputed. Available now.
Ade Oladipo, brought to you by Undisputed.